Hi everyone, welcome back. Thanks so much for joining me again today. It's been a while. I've been unwell, so I've just been integrating and dealing with all the energies and crazy energies around us at the moment. So here I am again, and let's get into the reading. I'm not going to waste much time, so if you can, look down below for in the description box to see all the information. And of course, you're going to see the timestamps, they're also below. You can also follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, as well as my website, which is all in the description box below. So let's get started. Thanks so much for joining me. If you need to, please pause the video. There are 4 different packs for you to choose from. So from left to right, we've got the one with Chrosocolla, Lace Agate, Apatite, and Red Jasper. Chrosocolla, Lace Agate, Apatite, and Red Jasper. Okay, so see you in a minute. See you there. Okay, so this is the first pack over here with Chrosocolla. If you chose this pack, this is the first pack on the left. This is the Chrosocolla, which is your stone that you've chosen for this pack. Chrosocolla is a wonderful stone. It's actually quite revered by the Native Americans as well, next to turquoise. Beautiful bluey green color. So if you like Chrosocolla, it's lovely. Don't put it into water. It will make the water toxic, so don't drink the water at all. Okay, especially for cleansing a stone, don't put it in water. Some stones you can, some stones you cannot. Chrosocolla you cannot. Okay, so rather put it into the sun, into the moonlight, put it in a bowl of salt and rough salt, put it in the moonlight, all your stones in there, just be cleansed in the moonlight and the full moon. Or you can do it from a whole cycle, from new moon to full moon. Okay, and full moon, until that one. Okay, that's very good. It's also used for patience, intuition, if you need patience like me, or intuition, to improve your intuition or to increase your intuition as well, psychic abilities, as well for unconditional love, which is really, really great with the stones. It's an all-round wonderful stone. So if you have a pack of stones for your stone pack, this is one that you should have, one of the power stones to have in a stone pack with you. A crystal pack that you have in your pocket or whatever, just to hold with you to balance out your energies. I'd recommend a Chrosocolla. I love this stone. It's got a beautiful color as well. Reminds me a lot of turquoise. So if you can't get a hold of turquoise, which is a bit more expensive, I would recommend you get yourself a Chrosocolla. Okay, so I talk quite fast. So if you want to, you need to slow it down on the screen. Also, there's settings. So if the clarity is not so great, go to settings, that little wheel around on the screen. Go to settings from 144 and increase it to 480 or whatever, or 720 or height HD if you need to make it give it more clarity. I'm having a problem with my phone. It's not giving the crispness that it usually gets. Okay, so that's that. Intuition, patience, unconditional love, power stone to have with you as well. Anyone going through emotional distress or duress of any kind as well, or going through just a disease or illness at the moment or anything like that will help you a lot just to go through that period. So definitely a stone to keep with you. Okay, right. So let's see what your cards have in store for you over here. I'm going to give them another shuffle. So just if you need to pause it, just to view your energy into the reading as well. Remember, energy is timeless. There's no time for any kinds of energies. They're always fluid. They come and they go. So whenever you're looking at this reading, you will then get the message you need to get by just pausing it, putting energy in before you listen to it. It will make it more personal to you. Okay, these are general readings, so please bear that in mind. Okay, so let's see what comes out. We're going to see where you are at the moment. I'm doing this reading to see where you are at the moment and what's happening with you. We'll look at it to see what's going on. Okay, so first off, Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. Okay, so it seems to be a stagnant situation. We're going to start moving from the past to the present to future, but it might be integrated in between the three, depending what intuitively I get coming through. Okay, if there's anyone that comes through in the reading, I will definitely give any information coming from the other side as well, if I have. It doesn't always happen, happens sometimes. So, I am getting an energy that's coming from the other side at the moment. It's an individual, probably a brother figure of some kind, somebody who's waiting for a message for that person, is giving a lot of support from the other side. James, meaning anything to anyone, could be possibly that. Or Jay or James, the short name is Jay. Okay, he's a brother figure or someone, could have been a twin to somebody. And he is definitely younger, in his 20s, about 27 he says. Okay, my complexion are about olive tan complexion, and he's giving some encouragement to continue going through the business venture that you do, that you want to be doing, and that you should be following through with that as well. You're indecisive of what it is that you want to be doing, and that you need to be moving forward with that venture. Stop stagnating, stop procrastinating, and do it, he says. You take too long to decide. Okay, and you know what you need to do. Okay, so also then let's move on from that, from the rest of you, with the message going through from the Knight of Pentacles, that stagnant situation as well. So generally, that wasn't specifically for you. The general idea is still the same. I'm getting generally that for anyone, you are, whoever's guided to this reading, a stagnant situation is about to move forward. It's time for you to move it forward. The situation has been languishing for a while based on whatever situation you're going through, with it being involved with the coronavirus or pandemic that we're having at the moment. I don't like to talk about that. Let's just talk about you in general. So we are looking at the positive energies for you moving forward. Definitely some business venture or something that you've been thinking about doing and that you've been procrastinating about or not putting your full energy into. You need to get your behind off the chair and get moving. Some of you might be feeling a bit fatigued and tired and also health-wise not feeling so good. It's time for you just to push yourself, do some exercise, get yourself off, encourage yourself, get out there, go for a walk around the house if you need to start that way, but start somewhere. Motivate yourself, encourage yourself, and talk to someone who's going to encourage you, motivate you. Just go out somewhere, go outside of the house, get out and start getting the energy moving. Some of you might need to just move the energy in the house itself, clearing out the house, doing a clearing, a cleansing. Take some incense. You could also just take some white sage. You can get a hold of yourself some of that and just light it up and just walk throughout the entire house. You need to clear out the energy around you, especially if you have people in your home coming to visit you all the time and energies are moving throughout your home, or you're just not moving the energy. Open the doors, open the windows, get the energy moving and stimulate that. It will help you to increase that too. For some of you, I'm getting that your house is cluttered. You need to move energy and you know this. There are rooms and spaces in your home that are cluttered. Get yourself a bagua, which is from feng shui, and you can see what the different elements of your house is. You can tell you what, like very much like astrology, Western astrology, you can see the different houses and what parts of your life that it influences, whether it be career or love or family or whatever. The bagua is the same. Okay? It is an octagonal structure that can see the different parts of your home and tell you which parts have been influenced by what. Okay, is it hexagonal or is it octagonal? I can't remember at this point. But anyway, it's got either 6 or 8 sides and it will give you the different points in your home. And you can place that over your home to see where each room coincides on that. If you don't do feng shui, you can check your houses as well for Western astrology. But the bagua is wonderful for feng shui. It's very easy to follow. And you can see which homes, which parts, which rooms in your home influences which area of your life. And if it's cluttered in that area, I suggest you change it, clear it out, clean it out, get the energy moving in those areas of your life, okay? Which is really, really going to help you a lot. So start getting the clutter moving. If you don't believe in feng shui, or you're not an airy-fairy person like me, then don't worry about it. Just clear out the clutter. Do what you got it to do, move the furniture around, throw things away. Things that are languishing around in corners that are not stimulated is dead energy. The chi, the energy cannot flow if you've got clutter around. I've been having the same thing, so I want to talk. So that's what you need to be doing first off over there as well. Okay, the energy is moving, and you're going to have some options you need to take. I see that you're going to be moving some. You will, as time goes by now, with things going on that you need to move the energy around. So do that. It's very important. Okay, as well. Use that stone for intuitive guidance. If you're not sure what to do, ask for help. Ask for help from your guides, your people, whoever you want to ask, your loved ones that have passed on, or God, or whoever you believe in. Ask for guidance, ask for help, and just wait for it to come. Don't expect the answer to come in the way that you want it to come. Be open and aware of everything around you to see what energies are coming around you or opening up. You're going through a change. There's a lot of changes going through. You'll find that your body metabolism is changing, which you'll be having these health issues here to do with this Knight of Pentacles, with the stagnation as well. But it's also to do with you. Remember, sometimes we moved. I had a problem with alcohol too, so I had to think about, I was a binge drink and go out. Not an alcoholic, but I was definitely getting close to it. And I had to realize that I'm the only one who's causing these problems in my life. So if I'm not moving anything and I'm being called to do this and make these changes, I can't just wait, sit back and expect something to come and change my life. But if I take that step to do that, everything starts opening up and shifting up. It starts leveling up for you. So the best thing for you to do is to take a step in that direction. Start changing your diet little by little. If that's what you need to do, or like I've been guided to do. Change your diet a little bit if you need to do that. You can start by eating maybe one thing. If you want to stop eating meat, for example, you can start by slowly decreasing it and increasing your other meals and decreasing the amount of things and the imbalance, you know, or other things, or juicing, or changing, maybe just eating fruit in the morning as opposed to a heavy meal, like an English breakfast, for example, or an American breakfast, whoever's listening, maybe you are. But make it more healthy, for example, in starting the day in a healthy way. So all these different things you can change up. And once you start doing that, everything starts to change. My friend circles have changed from people who drink alcohol and stuff and it's a party with. I don't see them anymore, and it's not because it's being ugly or anything wrong with that. It's just that we don't have anything to discuss. We're not in the same wavelength. Mine is not better than theirs. This is where they are. They are where they're supposed to be. I am where I'm supposed to be. And if people are in your space that you don't want in your space, you need to make the change. When you start shifting and changing, everything starts shifting and changing around you. And that goes for self-love as well. A lot of you seem to experience relationship problems I'm seeing here. There's an absence of cards for relationship. I'm getting to tell you that you need to think about what you're wanting to attract. So you need to become that. So if you're being negative and you are finding yourself being negative and waking up like I sometimes do, we all have negative thoughts. It's really, really hard to control them. Don't try to control them. Let them just come and hear them and listen to them, acknowledge them, and be aware of your response and your reaction to them. Am I in a foul mood? Am I in a bad mood? Am I going to continue my day in a bad mood? If you do, just stand there for a moment, bring in the energy and just let it come and wash over you and just expand out of you out. Take it in, feel it in your body and just push it out. Beautiful, beautiful energy, and just send it out. Don't forget to bring in your energy as well. If you feel like you're feeling energetically down and our energy is like tentacles. And so if you are standing up and you're just grabbing onto negative energy everywhere, there's so much negative energy around you and you sort of drained and exhausted and you haven't had a good night's sleep, for example. You wake up in the morning and you're just picking up all this energy and you're drawing it towards yourself. You're going to feel worse. So you need to bring in your energy. Our energy tentacles, I call them, go out for kilometers and kilometers and kilometers, miles and miles and miles out of your body. You need to bring it in. You need to bring it in towards yourself. Don't need to know how to bring it in. Just bring it in. Just say, come in, or bring it in, or visualize it coming in. You're that powerful. You don't have to do anything special. You don't need a ritual and do things and people that show you all these guru things, you need to have all these special things. You don't. They enhance, yes, because they carry powers and energies with them and they make things more powerful. But you are powerful, so you don't need anything to make it more powerful to do anything. Work with what you've got and you just work with you. Say, bring in the energy in my mind, I just bring it in. Boom, it's here. You can also do a mudra, which is really great. They're wonderful from Ayurveda. Bring in your energy, do that. I've shown this before, and bring it in. And you'll feel your energy coming in. Take a couple of breaths. And when you ground it, take your shoes off for grounding. Remember, rubber is an insulator. We have 8 billion people, and counting, walking around with rubber soles, who are not insulated from the planet at all, who are all insulated from the planet. So they're not grounding and connecting to the planet. So there's that sort of alignment of energy there, misalignment. Okay, so do that. Be called to do that, to tell you that as well, what you need to do. So keep on standing your higher ground. Things are going to be moving forward and people are trying to be sort of like, you got some people who have your back. You got the 9 of wands over there. So there's definitely movement and things are sort of moving and getting forward and so on. You've had enough. You're standing your ground. People have been disappointing. They've been very disappointing. And so you've been sort of looking at sort of, can I counter around anyone? Remember, don't paint everyone with the same brush. Everybody's not the same. And if you close yourself off, that's what you're going to attract. You're going to think, oh, people are all horrible, they don't do all these things, everything else. You're going to keep on attracting those people and do things for you that are horrible and they don't do anything. That's what you're going to attract. So you need to just say, you know what, I've had a bad experience with some people, whatever. That's okay, let them go. I'll just move on to other people who are more worthy of my time and my effort and my energy, who are not going to take advantage of me. Right? So stand your ground there. And don't let people deter you from what you believe. We have the things with the vaccine at the moment, people being forced to do those kinds of things. Stand your ground. Things are going to get a bit rough, but it's okay. You've got this, especially in your life. Just focus. Keep on moving forward, you know? Right. Death card. I told you, going through changes as well. There's some big changes and shit's happening in your life at the moment. The energies are changing. Things are really, really rough. So it's important for you to keep your energies balanced. By doing that, by putting and ingesting the right things in your body, focusing your mind, body, mind, and soul, working it on all levels over here as well. I'm not seeing this as relationship reading. I'm seeing about where you are at now. Okay, and I'm seeing that you're going through a transitional phase. It's quite interesting how you've got the Knight of Pentacles over there on the left, and you're moving through that with the Death card. Okay, that man is going through that transitional phase over there. Keep on keeping the faith, moving forward, looking and reviewing and just saying, hey, where am I going to? Sort of taking stock of what I'm going to be doing, where I'm going. And standing your ground. Just standing your ground and keep on going through. Don't be deterred by people chattering around you and telling you what to do. You know what you need to do. Listen to the advice, but inevitably at the end of the day, you are needing to be the one taking your own advice. You know what's best for you. Okay, sometimes it is good to have people giving an objective point of view, because sometimes we become subjective. We can't see things at all. So it's important to have that, which is really, really great. So with the Death card as well, you're moving from that into a new you, into just a change. So with death comes, you know, the death of ourselves. Some of you are going through an ego death. I'm getting to say that some of you are going through an ego death as well. So there are shifts in having to like really, really review and analyze like who I am, what I am. Have I been this, have I been that? And the people that you have been attracting in your life have been reflecting to you, and you've been wondering, why are all these people in my life? Everyone's fighting against me, anything else? No, they're not. What's up with you? You know this anyway. I don't have to tell you this. You know this. You know that if so many people are bombarding against you, or maybe they're just not your tribe, then you know I need to move away from these people. Like I was talking about the drinking and everything else, or what do you think of drugs or whatever. Whatever situation, it's not serving you, and there's so many people that you can see are not happy with this, you know, you can feel it, then move away from the situation. That's the big change you're going through. You have to embrace it, otherwise you're going to get a kick up your behind if you don't do it. You know? So make it easy on yourself, and just, I think that song, make it easy on yourself. I can't think of the song. Make it easy on yourself. I think that's how the melody goes, right? The sun. The sun is really cool. I love the sun card. The sun, it always says, I remember when I think when someone says, the sun is shining just for you. Right? There's a beautiful song, there's a beautiful part in the movie, Memoirs of a Geisha, where she comes into fruition to who she is, and it's a special night, and mother says to her, tonight the lights are shining just for you, right? So that's it, the sun is shining just for you at the moment. Things are about to change. Look at things from the perspective of a child, innocence and joyousness and joyfulness, and find your inner child. Allow your inner child to come out to play a little bit. Don't be so serious. Allow your life to be a bit more playful. So in these times we live in, we need to have a bit more playful. Play games, do funny things that make you laugh. Things that you enjoyed doing, even as childlike things. Go swimming, get into a foofy slide, and just go down it and have fun. Play in the water, or even if you don't have a pool, that's okay. You can't go to a theme park or a water park or anything like that. Put up the sprinkler, run around in the water, run around naked if you want to. It's your house, you know. Run a bath and just lay in a cool bath if it's very, very hot, or if it's cold in your country like it is here at the moment, run a warm bath. Watch movies, watch funny movies, make some popcorn, invite some friends over to sleep over. Whatever makes you happy, you know, play a song on the piano, whatever you feel like doing. So things are changing and shifting, and things, you're moving into a wonderful phase now where things are going to be changing from that transition period, and trust, things are going to be changing in a beautiful way for you if you keep on going. Don't give up. Even if the only things are not so great and you're finding it difficult, don't give up. Keep on going. Don't give up. Right? There's that song by Kate Bush and Peter Gabriel. So cool. So if you like that song, that's one. Don't give up. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. So the sun, beautiful. Also, some of you also coming in tonight, we're reconciling and meeting with twin flames, or if you believe in twin flames, for me it's the same, twin flames, twin soul. So, or twin flame, soulmate, okay, your person, let's call them your person. If your person is coming back to you or coming to you, your person is with you, you probably know this person. You've probably met with them before, you've probably seen them as a friend, and now that's going to be transitioning and changing. You're going to be really starting to see this person in a different light. Some of you are going to be realizing that this is your person, right? And things are just going to change in your mind. And you will then realize that things are moving forward and you need to be looking at things from a different perspective. You're going to be seeing things from a different perspective, and that is going to be your shining light, your guiding light for you, that you're going to suddenly, the blinkers have been taken off my eyes, and you can suddenly see who it is that you are. So that's going to be really, really beautiful. And that can also resonate also with the solar plexus. So any energy to do with your solar plexus over here, just underneath the sternum. So that's to do with that kind of energy. So do some meditation with that, releasing any angers or fears or anything you've had. Just, you can even put your hand over there and just meditate on that, or just breathe through that. Or visualize a sphere, a yellow sphere, and just breathe into that. And just breathe in positive, beautiful energy, and out negativity, right? And just breathing into that solar plexus and just letting it all be released out there for you as well. So I'm getting with energies in the skies, I'm getting Aries, Sag, Scorpio, I'm getting earth sign, I'm getting fire, the pentacles there, so I'm getting anything there, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, right, as well. So wonderful energies going in there. You see a lot of things will be coming to light as well for you at the moment. Things will be coming to the light with that moon in Sagittarius, with that 9 of Wands. So you'll be seeing things coming to the light very swiftly, mind you, with Sag, very, very fast, quick energy, and with a brisk, clear, concise, precise clarity coming through there. Very unfiltered and unveiled, right? Crisp, clear, no frills. Reality coming through there as well, and having very quickly of false reality within yourself coming through, and just crisp realizations coming through for you as well, and also information will also come through that will be through others possibly, and also just what you've heard and seen and what you've experienced will becoming clear for you. Well, that Mars in Aries is the same as well, with that 2 of Wands with Mars in Aries, so things will also be coming through and just like moving forward, like a stagnation I told you about. It's starting to pick up pace now. Okay, we come out of retrogrades before previously, so we go with that Mars energy coming with Aries, also very quick, go get energy, go for it. We have the 10 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. So I'm seeing that this energy is also moving forward, looking from the present, I'm moving forward here, so, okay? So, as I see, you're leaving a situation behind, with that Saturn in Sag as well, that Saturnian energy also, with big shifts and changes happening with the 10 of Wands, so 10 signifying change. So, of course, as I mentioned, you're going through lots of changes as well. And you can expect that you've just gotten tired, the burdens and so on are coming off. Don't carry that forward with you. Some of you are really wanting to carry that forward. Don't. Let it go. I know it's hard. I know it's really hard. Just let it go. Just the act of saying it. We're that powerful. Just say it. I let you go. You're going to have to do it a couple of times. But do it. I delete, I uncreate, and I destroy everything across all time, dimension, space, reality. Connect to the light. I delete, I uncreate, and destroy across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Visualize whatever it is in that moment. So in that moment, if you think of something, a problem that's bothering you, and it's sitting in the solar plexus over here, then you know it's bothering you. It's something that needs to be released. In that moment, just stop right there for a moment. Just takes a moment. Connect to the light. Connect to where you want to connect to. Ground in. Bring that energy together. I delete, I uncreate, and destroy across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Say that a couple of times. Put your hand over the area that you're feeling is blocked. I usually over the solar plexus. And just release it. It's really wonderful. I can feel the tingles all over my body. Okay, some of you need to be doing that. It's something you can do. It's very simple, very easy. Okay? And some of you can just sit for, if you're in meditation, and just think and let things flow through you. And if things come up in that moment, just clear it. Clear it. Clear it all the time as it's coming through. Keep on clearing. Keep on clearing. You'll start seeing the subtle shifts. You know, these kind of things are subtle. People go to the doctor and, they give you medication. It's subtle. It doesn't work like bam. You need to take it for a while, and it starts to work. It's the same with energy. It takes time. It's subtle. You need to allow it to start working through your system, in your life. But be aware of the slight changes that are starting to move around you. Because as you start seeing that encouragement, and then it will give inspiration and motivation to continue doing more and more and more of it all the time. So patience, intuition, unconditional love to give yourself. Working with stones like that, so get yourself some Chrosocolla, powerful power stone to use. So you're moving from that 10 of Wands energy. Don't take it with you into the future. Leave it behind. Okay? Things are going to be shifting and changing. You're just going to be tired, but you'll just see this burden is too much. I can't handle it. You're just going to say, hey, I'm done. Right? You're at the point where you're just done. So with that 4 of Wands as well, moving in, I see that you're moving to also wanting to have relationship-wise. There is some energy coming with that, as I mentioned, with this twin flame or soulmate or whatever coming in. Could be somebody that you know, getting straight with somebody that you know. When I see the Sun card, I always get that you're going to be meeting your person or the person that you probably know already. That's what it gets like. It's a known energy, but you didn't know it at the same time. And it's just something that's going to be coming to fruition for you. So open your eyes and with the eyes of a child, that childlike innocence. Some of you are going to be meeting someone brand new, brand spanking new. When you let go of this is going to be coming in. That's going to be coming in. If you look at them two together, they're actually really beautiful together. This is actually quite nice when it's combined with those cards that are there. So you're looking at some of you are looking at moving a relationship perhaps that you know already, like you said, you have gone through a realization that, hey, this is my person. You're going to want to take it to the next level with that 4 of Wands over there. I don't like when people say always, oh, you're going to be getting married kind of thing. It's a lot of BS for me when people do readings like this. I don't get that often. But I imagine, for me, I would say, should you pursue this line of, I almost said questioning, this line of movement that you're wanting to do in your life with this someone that you suddenly realize, hey, this is my person, or you meet this person over time, and as you get to know this individual, take your time to get to know them. Don't rush. One's all about fast, quick. It's all very nice, all beautiful, honeymoon phase is wonderful. However, take your time. This person is not going to run away. This is your person. If it's your person, they're not going to run away. Don't be afraid of them running away. I see some of you being possessive. Don't be. Allow this to unfold. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the moment. Take everything in. Be present. It's asking you to be present. Why do they call it the present? Because it is a gift, right? So enjoy your gift. And this is a beautiful gift coming to this person. Will be someone for the long term that you can go with as well if you want to. Remember, everything is your choice. So it's your choice if you want to. I can read whatever I want to. It's up to you to decide what you want to do with it. Okay? This is just as the current energies are lying right at the moment, but you are in control of how you want things to go. It's just a guideline. So some of you are moving through that. This is a person who is definitely long-term material. There's someone who you could definitely possibly get married to if you want to, or have a long-term relationship if you don't believe in doing that. You can also go to my website. I do cacao ceremonies, which are really, really wonderful. And I do, not cacao ceremonies, I do that too, which is wonderful. However, that's also just tuning into it with Mother Gaia, everything else, and the beautiful energies around you. It's wonderful to do a cacao ceremony. You can do that on your own. And then, of course, I do hand tyings. So if you're interested in a hand tying, you are in South Africa, and whatever the case may be here, you're reading from South Africa and you're in my province or not, I can guide you to someone else in a different province as well. You can do a hand tying ceremony, which is a natural ritual or pagan style ritual, which is more revering the energies around us and nature and Mama Gaia, Pachamama, and the energies around you. And you can use that and you can just do a hand tying where as long as I will feel this way about you, I will do X, Y, and Z. Instead of the whole traditional, you will be mine, I possess you, mine forever and ever and ever. If that's your thing, great. Perfect, there's nothing wrong with that. It's so beautiful. We all have different belief systems, right? But if you are interested in hand tying, also do those, go to my description box below. You can go to my website and you can inquire with me directly as well. If not with me, I can lead you to someone else somewhere else. Okay, perhaps within your country or wherever you are. So that's that. So looking at that coming in over there. Some of you might be also just taking a current relationship to the next level and moving into a new house. You'll also be looking at some movement going into a home there as well. You've been indecisive about that kind of thing. Moving in with someone, your person, you've been indecisive, you've been worried about that. It's a good move if you're thinking about doing that. So I would definitely recommend you going for gold and doing that. It will work out well. You going in with past issues and trying to think about that, leave them behind. Don't let that do anything for you. Okay, don't let that spoil the current situation. Ooh, this card is for me called the out of town visitor, right? 6 of Wands. Leo energy, doesn't have to be a Leo because it could be any out of town visitor. Not everybody's a Leo, right? Or a Sag or a whatever. right? So you could be the Leo yourself. So someone's doing some traveling, or it's an unexpected person that you're visiting that's going to be visiting you, or you might be doing some travel to go and a gathering of some kind. Could be, I don't know, any kind of gathering that you might be trying to do, and you might be seeing some people that you haven't seen in a while. That's some new people. This is a new person that you're also meeting as well. You might be surprised by the kind of person you're going to meet. They could be a Leo that you're going to be meeting, and you might be an out-of-town visitor at somebody else's home, and that's where you're going to meet some new people. Right. So this is a wonderful person as well, or you might be having something at your home, and you're inviting some people, and someone might be bringing someone that you don't know along to your house, and that just might be your person. Right, so be open and to unexpected, wonderful, exciting things happening for you, which I think is really, really great. Okay, let's see what else. Is there anything else for these people? Okay, so right, if you've been worried, been thinking about that move kind of thing or whatever, you're in a really good space. Some of you might be going through a challenging time where you really had some good bucks, everything was coming in quite nice, and feeling a little bit challenged with money issues. That's going to be moving forward, so there's some shifts coming in for you, and some ships. So it's 9 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles could be you're having some concerns and worries about money, relationship issues, because often those go hand in hand. When there is a lack of money, then oftentimes there tends to be a strain, puts a strain on the relationship. So if you're in a relationship as well, I'm finding that things will start moving now and shifting from there. Or you find that perhaps you were always the breadwinner and now you have to rely on your partner. Do so. Allow your person to take care of you, right? And you might be having to rely on other people to help you. Do it. Allow. Don't be so stubborn, and allow people to do that as well. So you might be finding that you are worried about your finances. Don't create that energy. Just allow it to unfold with you, and things will going forward. It might be also having that you might be having some health issues at the moment. So take care of those, and you might not be what you were before, but it will come back again if you just give yourself some time. But putting in the time and the energy and the effort, like a bull in the china shop, that Taurian energy. Taurians always go-getters. I love that about Taurus. They always want to go and do and get done, and also to be really helpful in the ways that they want to do things and stuff, and they want to take care of themselves, but also like always looking good and that kind of thing. So do something nice for yourself like that. Also mercurial energy like that, so things might be up and down. It's sort of tempestuous at the moment. You might be feeling a little bit like out of sorts, and your mood might be a little bit unstable. So it might be a little bit of bipolar. Check out your meds if you are. No jokes, I'm being serious. If you're having a problem, maybe you need to change those medications. Maybe there is something that you have not noticed that is wrong with you, and you are having some problems. You need to have this checked out. That's what I'm getting from here, that energy as well. So you haven't been yourself, being a bit fatigued and energy-wise and so on. Have that checked out and to see what's going on with you over there. Also just check according to your sign where you might be influenced by your body. Could be your knees, could be your legs moving with movement going forwards, and also to do with Virgo, which is often ruled by the intestines or the stomach area, well specifically, also could be problematic. Gallbladder, spleen, that area, intestines, that endocrine system as well. So checking that out, and just giving yourself some love, taking some time out to not overworking yourself. A lot of Virgo energy with this 9 of Pentacles. Work. You need to take it easy. Take time out. Take a break as well for you over there. Anything else for these people? Anything else for my people? Anything else for our connectors out there? Our people who are watching here today? Love thyself. Love thyself. Queen of Cups, beautiful energy, trust intuition, also giving love. So if you want to be receiving love, I spoke earlier about your love giving and giving love. Putting out there what you want. If you're going to be pessimistic and negative on, no one's going to love me, anything, how can someone love me like this, I look like this, I feel like this, I feel this, I feel that. It's very difficult, I know, to get rid of this negative thinking. But we really got to get out of our minds. But if you're going to be doing the changes and putting into your body, remember some substances that we put into our body tends to exacerbate, make worse negative thinking. Alcohol, cigarettes, other things. Food. Hot foods, for example, ignite the passions. Like spicy food, onions, garlic, they do that. They're really good for you, but also bad for you, right? Because they stimulate the passions in the body, the mind. They make you more passionate and make you think more passionately, kind of thing, So think about that. Love yourself. Queen of Cups, give me strongly. Love yourself. I'm getting that energy from that card, just saying, focus on you. We can't be focusing on someone else all the time, because look how intently she's looking at that card. She's looking so intently at that cup. But what about you? Keep the cup for you. If you love yourself, people are going to love you. I know it's more easily said than done. How do I do that? I'm hearing some of you saying, how do I do that? Simple, to all things I just said. Value your time. Respect your space. Respect yourself. Respecting people making demands of you, saying no. It's like having an appointment with yourself. What do you do when people come? You want to give them and help them do everything for them. A lot of people want to do that. We love to feel needed and wanted and desired in that way, because it makes us feel good, right? But what about us wanting ourselves? What do I do for me? You know, we go out of our way to do all these things. Do we go out of our way for ourselves? Do I say like, no, I have to do this for me? Some of us do that. That's wonderful. It's really, really wonderful if you can. But some of us don't know how to do that. You really need to take the time out to do that for you. Take that time and make an appointment with yourself. Say, no. Imagine someone phoned you and you're really, really busy at work and you literally cannot leave. And they say, please can you do this for me? And you go, I'm so sorry, I cannot. I actually cannot. That's the kind of attitude you have to have with yourself. When people are making demands of your time and energy, you have to literally say, I'm sorry, I actually cannot. Because I'm more important. You don't have to say those words, but you can definitely think it. And you can definitely start it. You don't have to give an explanation. Just say, I'm so sorry. Or not even, I'm sorry, I'm just unable to help you at the moment. I'd love to, but I'm unable to help you at the moment. Or I just cannot help you. Okay. Anyway, that's all I've got you for that. I'm going to stop it there. Energies are retracting, so don't forget your Chrosocolla or something like that. If you can't afford turquoise, get one of those. You can put it around your neck. It's beautiful. Put it in a ring or something. Just have it in your body or put it in your beautiful crystal pack. Okay, make yourself up. Usually it's about 7 stones you usually have in your crystal pack, and that's one of those. Okay, sapphire. You get rough sapphires and those kind of things which aren't expensive. Emeralds, rubies, etc. All these powerful stones. Use the stones that you're guided to, or use whatever stones you have. Pick up the ones that you are drawn to and use those ones. Okay, let's give you an angel card. Okay, once again, blow on it for me. Put your energy into those cards. There you go. Thank you so much. Can I please have a card? Too many cards. Too many cards. I'll take this one. Maya, schooling, study, and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. Okay, so with those Pentacles cards as well, some of you are going to be doing some studying as well, or moving forward. Like I said, the money situation is going to be changing as well, so that could also be a wonderful advice. Some of you might be doing that. So schooling, studying, and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. So some of you are doing that, or are thinking of doing that, continue doing that. Whatever practical steps you need to take to do that, jump into it and do it. Will help you a hell of a lot with all these changes going on. Many people have to reinvent the wheel or reinvent themselves with this whole situation we have all over the world. And now's a good time. So the planet is going through a massive transitional shift. 5th dimensionally moving from the 4th late dimension which you're in at the moment. We're almost there, people, moving into the 5th. Remember, it's not just boom, we're there. It's a process. The earth is changing. The way that we're dealing with the planet is changing. The way that we think about newer energies, renewable resources, all these kind of things are moving and changing and forced to do it because we cannot operate in the old way. Old paradigms are shifting and changing at a fantastic rate. You need to go along with it. Okay, do we have another card for these people? I feel like we need to give them another card. Please give them some inspiration. Give them another card, please. One more card for them. Do you have anything more? Please give them a card. Please give them a card. Please give them a card. There we go. Okay, let's see. Yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. What did I say? 2 of Wands. If you're thinking about doing that, it says yes. You are making a decision about doing that. If you've been procrastinating, don't procrastinate. Take that decision. Confirmation. Yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. Positivity. Change your lifestyle, change you. Just get the ball rolling somehow. Beautiful. Okay, that's wonderful. What else do I have? I'll give you a room. Right, let's see. Hello for me. Thank you. There we go. Okay, we've got that one. That one. And we've got that one, upside down. Okay, let me read them for you. The meanings in my book. These are runes. I love runes. They're very nice, Scandinavian. Okay. So let's see. Upright. Travel, visits, holidays. I said it. Out of town visit, or you might be going somewhere, you might be going to some kind of gathering of some kind with that over there, with that other one as well, with the 4 of Wands movement, right? With the 6 of Wands, and there was another one here somewhere, I can't remember, you're going somewhere. Right, anyway, but I'm seeing some movement with that, so that's one right over there. Travel, that was called Rad, R-A-D, Rad, that first rune is called travel, visits, and holidays. The other one is Stamina, promotion at work, keeping the energies high, feeling motivated, inspired, moving that energy around your home. And then Lagu, L-A-G-U. Lagu was the last one upside down. Emotional turmoil, paranoia. Get your mind out of there. Right? Get your space into the right, get yourself into the right frame of mind. Allow yourself to do what you need to do. Okay, everybody, I think that's it for today. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. Right, so this is you. This is pack number 2, which is the lace agate. Okay, which I chose there for you. So I was going to choose this one for you. So very good, nice, all-round healing stone. Wonderful healing stone. Creates some balance. Also transmutes energy, which is really great from negative to positive. If you have a lot of anxiety, it's wonderful for that. Makes you feel a bit more safe and secure. It sort of instills that sense of peace and safety and security within you as well. Also talks about bringing joy, creating joy and protection that one feels with this kind of a stone. Very protective stone, giving protective energy. Also creating balance within the self and the body, within the body, mind, and soul, which is really, really wonderful. Also spoke about the evil eye, so it wards off the evil eye, called the happy stone. It's called the happy stone, you know, happy lace, or the laughter stone. So it also creates this sort of joy within oneself as well. So it's definitely a stone for you to get. I recommend doing that. And also, what else is about this? Also, so oftentimes we have anxiety, so sometimes we go through emotional pains and things like that. So it also helps you to sort of move through those emotional pains and things and baggage that we have. A lot of inner healing that one can also be helped with, to just sort of transmute that into help with inner anger. Someone like me also tend to have a lot of anger that just have to be there from childhood or whatever. It's really helpful to sort of help you to move through that and to just dispel that and get rid of that, moving in and putting that balance and that feeling safe and secure. Oftentimes that anger that we have within ourselves comes from feeling abandoned, comes from feeling hurt, comes from feeling unprotected and unsafe at some times or parts of our lives. That's part of what happened with me. So you'll find that this will create a lot of balance in that way, transmuting that negative energy into wonderful positive energy as well. So it's a beautiful stone to have. I love lace agate. I've always been drawn to it. It's not a particularly beautiful looking stone as far as I'm concerned, but it's something that I've always been drawn to. You get a beautiful blue lace agate, which is really, really beautiful. You get crazy lace, which is also quite nice with different like movements. It's almost a bit like a kaleidoscope of color, which is really, really beautiful. So I recommend some of that. So definitely stone to get. Okay. So remember what the energies I spoke about with this. This will become clear as we do the reading. If you need to pause, we can. So blow your energy into here, imbue your energy onto the cards so it can make this card reading more personalized for you. Remember that readings are timeless and energy moves anywhere. So we're not affected by time when we're doing these readings as well. So whenever you read this reading, this energy and this reading is for you. Take a moment, pause, imbue your energy to personalize the reading more for yourself, and you'll be surprised at the messages that come through just for you. Sometimes we hear the same message in a different way. 4 or 5 different people can be listening to the same message, and each one will interpret it differently. Right? It's a bit like broken telephone. So, ooh, some sound, wow, they're quite aggressive with the energy. So initially, I don't read upside down cards. It did fall upside down, so I'm going to leave it like that. Someone is feeling a little bit lost, not sure, feeling a bit like sort of lost in a quagmire. I'm getting also that this individual or person, whoever it is, yourself, who's listening to this right now, I'm getting a sense of emptiness. I'm getting a sense of emptiness, like there isn't a sense of peace that you find. You're very much wanting to, but you're getting sort of drowned in this sort of like thoughts in yourself. Like you're just sort of blinding yourself away, not wanting to see the things around you. Remember, when you are placed in a place of having to make a decision, let's say 2 choices. 2 is already hard enough, but if you've got 3 or 4 or 5, it makes it even more difficult. And you decide, hey, I'm going to go with the flow. That's wonderful. Go with the flow. But at least look at the energy of where the flow is going to and see if you like that flow. You know, if you're not sure, check with yourself. Check in with yourself. You know, body talk. You always just stand with your feet together, stand up, put your feet together, close your eyes. Usually yes is forward and no is backwards, and to the sides is like a maybe or unsure, right? And just ask yourself a question. Your body will say yes or no. Your body is very important. Listen to your body. Talk to your body. I think talk this. You don't do that. You're not loving yourself. I'm getting energies coming through with these readings because I'm getting the reading today that I was told to talk about. It says, "Where are you now?" And that is what I'm talking about. People go through shifts and changes. So some of you are stagnating, not wanting to move forward. You're not wanting to make decisions. You're just not willing to face up to what's going on around you. Remember, sometimes a decision will be made for you if you decide not to make a decision. Not making a decision is also a decision. I'm choosing not to make a decision, right? So it's going to take you wherever it goes. I am one for going with the flow, I must be honest. But if I don't like the way the flow is going, I don't go with that flow, right? Great idea. Whatever you've been thinking about doing, moving in that direction, and you've been procrastinating about doing it, and you're not sure about it, the answer is yes. Hell yes, do it. Do it, just do it, like Nike. Yes, do it. It's a good idea. If you think of moving forward with someone as well specifically, it might be more of a sexual relationship, a lot of sexual passion and that kind of thing. If that's what you're looking for, great. It might start off a bit passionate and then move into something a bit more, you know, a bit playful to begin with, but it'll definitely move and gain momentum quickly with that kind of thing. So that's the kind of thing you're looking for. Go with that. Also, maybe you're moving into new ventures and things like that that you're wanting to be doing in terms of career as well, or that kind of movement. You might find that this might take you somewhere else. It's a good idea. It's definitely something you should be moving into. You've been thinking about the flow is taking you in this direction. Go with it. If you've been apprehensive about this particular flow and you're not sure, do it. This person also could be someone who's also just like part of your karma. People always think when you talk about karma, it's negative. It's not negative. It could be good karma. So I'm getting good karma coming in for you, wonderful person coming in. The answer is yes. If I got 2 aces, I would have said to you no. But this is definitely giving a thumbs up. Go with it. So for those of you sexually involved, this person could be well endowed, or a person who's also very charismatic, or someone who's just sexual energy is great. The passion is going to be wonderful. And yours might be wonderful as well, if you're a passionate person as well. So it'll definitely be hot and steamy under the covers. Or you're also going to a wonderful bench that's going to just blossom and just make you really, really happy in terms of the energy that it's being put into it. You're going to find yourself going into a lot of new energy, just being stimulated and finding like, yes! And that's a good energy to follow when you're undecided about something and not sure what to do. How do you feel about it? Like I was talking about it. Look at if you've got different options, focus on that option and the energy and just put yourself in that energy and see yourself moving in there with the current energies around you, with your personality, with your character, what kind of person that you are. If you look at that energy, it's going in a particular direction. Do you like the way that you feel? How does it make you feel when you think about going in that direction? Feels good. Or if you look at that direction, oh, don't feel so great. Oh, don't like this, don't like that. Or maybe things look great, but you're just getting a feeling. Trust your gut. Starting also to trust your gut as well with this card, this 2 of swords upside down, you know? It's not really a bad thing. It's something about trusting your gut as well. A lot of emotions, some of the cards of emotions. So we're talking about gut feelings, intuition, using your intuition as well when it comes to water, right? We're talking about using those kind of cards, okay? With the swords energy is definitely to do with, swords energy is about thinking. But also with that watering, the two of swords there is getting intuition that I'm getting, with also just trusting your gut feeling. Because sometimes we're all in our heads as well. I'm an air sign, I'm a Libra, so I can get in my head about things. I often, analyze things in my mind first before I feel them, and I don't go with my gut feeling. My gut feeling says to me, you need to do something. I'm like, oh, but this and that, in my mind, but I know what I need to do. You will also know about the crescent moon. We've gone through a full moon, so you should be knowing now with that crescent moon coming in, some decisions to make by that time within the next few days, 7 days or so. Yeah, could be just as soon as 2 days with that swords energy there. Could be hours. Also, this is usually also very quick. Got very quick energy here, very fast energy with those swords and with the wands. Wands is going to be much quicker than air energy as well. Although they both can be quite on par. You're looking at about anything from a few days to a week, right about there. If you procrastinate, maybe a month or two, but it's all up to you, right? Stop crying over spilled milk. That's what this card says. Stop crying over spilt milk. Move forward from there. You analyze this. You're not quite sure what I should do. Should I, shouldn't I? I don't know what I should do. I can't decide. I don't know where to go to. It's more of the same. I've just been talking about this as well. And you've been disappointed. You've been disappointed in the past. Also, it's talking about relationship as well. I'm getting here. There's also been opportunities that have come your way, and you're feeling, you're allowing the past to color your future. Don't allow that. You cannot allow your past and what that has happened jade you and then decide for your future. Your future is different. Your present is different. Yes, you've learned from those things, but you can't paint people with the same brush, right? They're not the same. We're all different. It was very difficult for me to accept that. I remember being a little boy and I asked my father, and I was really upset about someone. I said, my father, why, Daddy, why? And I was crying. I was so angry. And he says, my boy, everyone is not the same. But why? I said to him, why? Because I was so hurt, I was so disappointed that people can do that to you. How can someone think that way? Because I always thought people think the same. We all have pure thoughts. We all have good energy. We always want to do something nice for people, and I want to do it from a good place. Not everyone is the same as you. And it was very hard, and I still find it hard sometimes to think and to fathom that people can think a particular way. But it's just remind yourself, like I said, learning from that lesson, and remind yourself that you can always think the best of people, but they don't necessarily think the best of themselves. Remember, hurt people. Hurt people. We do it as well to other people. We do it to ourselves, we do it to other people. People do it to us, We've all done those things. We've all been those things. We've all been there, done that, been that as well. So don't cry over spilled milk. Look at those beautiful 2 cups there behind you, focusing on what you've lost. Yeah, there's a lot to build on. Foundation needs it's a bit even, off kilter, but the foundation is there. That hasn't cracked. If you're finding yourself on the rock bottom, remember you're in the rock bottom, you're still lying on something, right? The foundation is still there. Broaden it and build it up higher. If your foundation is small, it can only go that big. If it's bigger, it can go bigger. Dream big, huge, and allow it to take you to different places. And it will take people just wherever you want to go. If you follow something long enough, it will get you there. Promise. The universe has to deliver. It has to deliver. It has to, and it will. If you can get knocked down, keep on getting up and going forward and just go. You don't always have to be knocked down either. Look at things different and say, hey, learning curve, great, move. Won't do that the next time. Moving forward, So don't let it break you down. Keep on going. If you want to be an actor or this or that, you can't do that. Don't listen to them. People are going to like what you're doing. Stop being anxious about it. Get out of your head. 6 of Cups. 7 of Cups. Lots of memories and things. You're holding on to the past there, everything else. I don't always agree with that though. Okay, so a lot of options coming to you. You have a lot of options coming to you as well. And things, and you have a lot of, you sort of get into your imagination. You have very powerful skills of creativity, very powerful skills of manifestation. I love this kind of manifestation, this for me. So it's wonderful about that. So there's a transitional phase for you where you have to learn you are creating these things. That's what I'm getting. With the 7 of Cups, okay, you have to manifest what you want. Visualize it. If you've got nothing around, you don't need anything to visualize anything. You don't need to own anything. You could be sitting in a Under a rock. You could be sitting on a rock or under a bridge. If you can visualize and see yourself getting it. Yes, physically, it's not here around you, but energetically, it's around you. When you keep on getting that, your whole demeanor, everything starts to change, your thought process starts to change, you start thinking in the right way, everything else, and then suddenly things are coming into your life, opportunities. If you're getting a gut feel, go there, do it. Go, hey, pick up a stone, sell it, get the second stone, sell that stone. Hey, I like stones, let me just collect stones and sell them. You know what I mean? It starts to gain momentum. And get out of yourself and not be arrogant about it as well. But like I'm saying, getting a new idea and moving and acting on it. You are a person who has wonderful ideas and invention. You might be a person who's an inventor or something like that. You could have Sag, getting Sag energy with this, or fire energy. Sagittarius are wonderful inventors. And I've had some terrible relations with some Sagittarians, but I also love them at the same time. They're wonderful inventors. They're the philosophers of the zodiac, right? They think, and they're great thinkers, and they're the ponderers and the thinkers about those, and the inventors of things as well. So you might have Sag in placement in your chart, or you might be a person who's an inventor or a thinker or that kind of thing. And opportunities are coming to you. Take it that way. So think of it in that way with that. So manifest it into your life. You have very powerful skills of manifestation. Even right now, this moment, the energies are aligning for you. And I'm even running out of breath saying it to you. You are a strong manifester. And so if you want something, you're just being told to visualize it. It happens like that. Just like that. So manifest. You've got very powerful skills of manifestation. So wonderful surprises. I love this little one over there. There was this one cartoon I remember watching with the guy that had a white thing over his head, the eyes coming through, and I can't remember what it was called. It was I think it was a space thing or something of some kind. It wasn't the Jetsons or something else. But anyway, I always think of that, and always like a surprise coming there. So you can expect some wonderful, unexpected things coming your way, but you have to recognize them when you see them. Everywhere, you're bombarded with messages all day long, every single day. You need to follow them and just listen to them and just let them come into your life, right? And then follow it. Okay. So manifest, Six of Cups the same as well. I'm just seeing also this could be a return of someone coming to you as well. People always say reminiscings and memories and sadness. It's not a sad card for me. This is always a beautiful card. In terms of also, it could be someone that could have hurt you as well, that you had. There's some new movement coming in. Yes, you want to go. You may be thinking of returning to somebody, and this person's coming. They're saying, hey, I'm sorry. Sometimes people make mistakes. We make mistakes. Sometimes we need to give people a second chance, Not all people are bad. We've all made mistakes, haven't you? You want people to give you a second chance. Perhaps they have taken a chance on you. So that's what it's also saying for you. Some of you as well, go for it as well. There's also someone going that you could also be leading, that's someone that you might have known in this time. This person's just been waiting for you to be single. And so there's this opportunity coming for you from there as well. So don't cry over spilled milk. Remember, things happen for you. They don't happen to you. Things happen for you, not to you. They happen for you, to help you. They don't happen to you, to kill me. Why is this happening to me, everything else? No, it's not. It's happening for you. It's saying, look, see what opportunity it is for you. Yes, this horrible thing happened to you, but what did you learn from it? What did you gain from it? Someone who's a heroin addict, for example. A friend of mine had a very bad stage with heroin, and he's just blossomed beautifully, come out of it. And it's so beautiful for me to see him just transform his entire life. And he's done it for the longest time. So he's been away from that for such a long time. And I often say to him, you know what? You could help so many people who's been there. You've been there, you've experienced it. You can help people out of that situation. What have you experienced? Someone's been raped, for example. You can help other rape victims to understand them. It does sound horrible, but sometimes we have to experience something to be able to be in our life purpose, to help others. You lose a child. You can help other people who've lost children because you can understand and relate to them. Right? I myself am HIV positive as well. How am I going to help other people unless I've been through the situation? I really do see it as a gift because I know it's my gift to help other people. It's part of my life purpose as well. Helping people to understand it, educating other people as well. What are you experiencing and going through that you can help people with as well, right? Part of your life purpose. You're coming into your life purpose as well, and that's so important. So important at the moment. Okay. Right. Ooh. The time is now. The time is now. The time is now. The Empress is fertility. It's ripe. The time is now. It's fruition. All things coming into, I would say also summer seasons as well. Libra, a lot of balance coming in. Things coming into balance, into play. You're finding your life is coming to a phase. It's starting to unfold, even though you've been going through all the disappointments. Change your shift of focus and moving forward, because the time is now. Things are fertile for you to do that as well. With the seven of swords, they're also like, some people might be looking at you and they're saying, "Oh, we're envious." So people don't always have to be doing something bad to you with the seven of swords. Could be just be envies and jealousies of people around you who are envious of you. Also, just keep your own counsel, and also just be discerning about who you're sharing your information and everything about yourself with. It might be someone very close to you that you trust, that you be careful of, that might not have your best interest at heart as well, or might not be discreet about what you've gone through, right? So just choose your friends or people or support structure circle wisely. You might find that some people are disappointing around you, and that people are also just a bit jealous, really, I suppose. People are also just like not wanting to believe in you and just like wanting to talk you down from what you wanted to be doing. So check that out. What else do we have here for these people? Like I said, the time is now. Move forward, going in determination, beyond determination, inspiration, motivation. Get out there and do it. Do it, just do it. The time is now. The time is fertile. Move into that situation. You've got all these things. Manifest what it is that you want. Don't be so indecisive. Don't cry over spilled milk. Beautiful things. Look at the memories and move forward. If there's more opportunities, have forgiveness in your heart. Don't worry about people that are going to disappoint you. People are going to disappoint you. Remember I talked about my story earlier? That makes sense with that seven of swords. I was just telling the story about people disappointing, and why do people do that? Why are they like that? Oh, people are the same. People are going to disappoint you, and that's okay. It's okay. Move on from it. Don't grab a spoke mouth, like I said. Move forward. It's disappointing. It's hurtful. I know. It's not nice. But move on from it. Okay. Scorpio energy. Lots of Libra energy coming through here. Libra energy. Scorpio energy coming through. Cancer. A lot of water coming through here. Got fire signs coming through. Sag, Aries. What's the other one? Leo. Yeah, a lot of Scorpio. Aquarius. Leo's an Aquarian as well. You could be one of those. So that's a lot of energy like that I'm getting through coming here. Okay. Find yourself. A lot of sevens here for numerology. You've got 2 7s of seeking and questing and finding, searching. Go and do it. Determination and drive. Go through that with that chariot energy. The time is now. Some of you are going to be moving and driving and going places, doing that, traveling. Go and do it. Go on a whim. You might be meeting someone in that traveling while you're doing that as well. Right? Or you might be thinking about doing that traveling. Go and do it. Right, let's give you a angel card. Just blow the energy to the angel card. Thank you. Viewer energy. Let's see what they have for you. What do you have for the people? Oh, this card wants to come out. Oh no, not that one. That one is not falling out. Let's get a falling card. So that card, Maya, was talking about schooling and studying and doing that. Right, starting a new venture, etc., and schooling and studying. So if some of you are doing that, the action is yes. Do it. It will expand your opportunities as well. Right? Give you opportunities that are coming through to you. Let's see. Where's that Maya card? Let me just get it quickly. I think they're telling me that I should have taken that card. Okay. Hey, hold on. Let me just find that one. Because I got it in the previous reading, so I was just thinking that's why I shouldn't have. Anyway, here it is. Schooling, study and education help your life's purpose and personal growth at this time. The angels will guide you and help you with this process. There we go. So let's do another one. Thank you, universe. Nice helpers, people, everyone. Can you please help us and give us a thank you. Right, Zana. Okay, depends how you want to read that, whatever language you speak. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I ask you to relax and to feel safe. Feel safe. Feel safe. Feel safe. Move forward. The time is now. You are protected from all types of harm. The worst is now behind you. I'll ask you to relax and feel safe. Okay. Right, everybody, that's it. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for coming through. I'll see you next time. Hi everyone, for pack number 3, if this is you, this is your pack number 3. So if you need to just pause it for a minute to imbue your energies into this reading, into this card, please do so now. I ask you to imbue your energy into the pack. It's important because energies are fluid. Remember, it is not governed by time. So you can do this whenever you are reading this, whenever you're looking at this reading. You can put your energies in and it will be there. It'll be more personalized for you as your own personalized reading, because if you give 3-5 people this different viewpoint, you will see that each person will have a different viewpoint of how they see things. So let's gear it more towards yours and just imbue the energy. So let's see what we have for you. Okay, before we start, I forgot about that. We have this beautiful stone. I absolutely love this stone. It's such a beautiful stone. It's called apatite. So apatite actually is the main constituent of bones and teeth. Bones and teeth, not bones and teeth, right? Bones and teeth. Calcium phosphate fluoride, and that's the main constituent of that. You might find it they also use a lot in the different industries. They use it for creating or making phosphorus. And also like toothpaste and things like that, you'll find that this stone actually gets put in there. It's one of the things that biological bodies actually utilize, one of the few stones. If you want to, just be careful putting into water that might just dissolve or whatever. But rather cleanse your stones if you want to within a bowl of rough salt, put that in there. All your other stones from new moon to full moon if you can, or if it's at a full moon only, put it in just absorb the full moon energy, discard the rough salt after that, okay? Right, so that's beautiful with that. So this also is a wonderful stone. It's a beautiful stone for aligning chakras as well. It's a wonderful all-around balancing stone for your chakras, aligning all your chakras. It's absolutely wonderful. And also especially for the third eye. So if you're talking about psychic ability, if you're wanting to enhance psychic ability as well, it's wonderful for doing that. It has a great connection with past as well as future life. Past life connections and future connections will help you to do that if you're doing that kind of work. Past lives, whatever, you're working with the third eye. It's a beautiful stone for doing that too. I recommend you doing that. It's also wonderful for raising an expansion of knowledge as well. So it's really, really great for the expansion, for doing like self-analysis, self-awareness, looking for inner clarity, or just a deeper connection or diving deep into oneself as well. You'll find that you want to be using the stone for doing that and for self-reflection. So doing that, all that inner work, all that sort of shadow work you want to be doing, this is a wonderful stone for doing that too, if you want to. If you are a person who's very apathetic to yourselves, like with apathy or there's sorrow within oneself that you're dealing with, a lot of anger issues too, this is a good stone for working with that and working through those issues with oneself. I find that's very, very helpful as well, very stimulating in terms of like intelligence, or stimulating your own intelligence or your own intellect in that way. I find it a very, very helpful stone. Also, like I mentioned, about balancing up the chakras, raising Kundalini energy. It's a beautiful stone for doing that. So it's really, really powerful. This also aligns also to the throat chakra as well as to the third eye. So you can work on both those chakras specifically and aligning your chakras specifically, balancing out the yin and the yang, bringing it together. It's such an amazing stone. I absolutely love it. It's like one of my favorites. You must see them when they're beautifully cut and polished. They're just beautiful. So you can put in a piece of jewelry if you want to do that too. Okay, so recommended for that. So while we're thinking about those, let's get reading. As I said, pause this. And while I'm shuffling like this, put your energy in. What do we have for our collective orders who are listening to this reading today? Whenever they listen to reading in the past, present, or future. Okay, we've got a few cards that fell out. I'm going to ask for a few less, so let's see what... Okay, thank you. Right, we've got the Hangman, the Hierophant, and the Page of Pentacles. Those cards came out. Okay, so I'm looking to see what past is very interesting because it's almost like a past, present, future reading I was just talking about now with the Apatite. So it seems like some of you are looking at that and doing this kind of work. That's what you'll be doing. Also, some of you want to be doing some studying as well. I see some of you going back to school or wanting to do some studies. Or you're also just going to the occult sciences and those kind of things, esoteric, and moving into that. Or you come into a new awakening within yourself. If you hadn't before, you're finding that you're making some transitional changes within your life. The dying out of the old ways and modes of doing things, doing things for the sake of tradition, that we were taught to do perhaps by our parents or our families, and things that we thought that are now outmoded. And we thought now, hey, why am I doing this? Is this something that I actually want to do? Or is this the doctrine and things in religion or whatever it is that you decided to follow? Your belief systems are changing. You're now deciding, hey, what I previously thought wasn't what I think now, And so you have that hangman saying to that, hey, there's no roads leading from this. You're moving forward. So that's why I'm just getting it as a past, present, future reading with that hangman in the past position saying, you know what? Looking at things from a different perspective, also going through a massive awakening when you see it upside down, you see the hangman looking at things from a different perspective. Right? It's got that halo around him, like, hallelujah, hallelujah. Right? This person's looking at things from a different perspective, a different point of view. Right? Your viewpoint. Okay? So that's what this is about as well, that energy, Neptune energy, with that also very watery, emotionally kind of energy, that inner turmoil going on with one there too, with that Neptunian energy. Taurus also just can be a bit stubborn and stuck in that energy sometimes. Yes, Taurus, I see you. And also that's a lot of earth energy here moving forward with that. So a lot of that sort of bit of slower movement, sort of a bit of a resistance coming in there with wanting to say, hey, I'm a bit afraid of letting go of the old. I'm like, no. I'm sort of still trying to buy into this, what I've been doing. But now this is not serving you anymore. And you're finding that you're having to move and shift and change into this new you that is now being presented to you. And you are not quite sure who I am anymore. What is going on within me? Just go with the flow. Don't resist. Let it flow. There's a lot of resistance here with this Hierophant and the Hanged Man. Going to give you a kick up the behind if you don't listen. So be careful of that. Page of Pentacles, new learning, opening up your mind. That's what you're doing. This is all opening up your mind. So allow yourself to be opened up to those things. You might necessarily not be going back to school or that kind of thing, but you'll be getting some profound things. Interesting how the Apatite is actually so profound with this reading, because it's talking about doing that inner work, inner insights, self-reflection, all these sort of like, wow. And what it also does, is also very nice that it does, it takes, we have these realizations where we're taking things from the other realms and we're transmuting them and changing into the physical realm of here, now tangibility of ourself, and the earth realm, and going, we get a realization, all those epiphanies and those realizations we get, right? This stone helps you to take that into meld and move that into the space realm, and to when you're studying and learning and doing these things, it's changing that for you, that in yourself, where you're getting this eureka moment and going, things suddenly make sense to you. And this is what you're going through right now. So learn more, study more, reading and opening your mind. Don't make decisions, or don't allow yourself to make a transition. Allow yourself to move forward into what's happening right now. And so I'm getting a message coming through for someone here. It's a motherly figure or someone that wanted you to study or something like that. It's not a very strong energy. A Linda or something like that. She's got blonde hair. She's got a yellowy blonde hair woman. She died. She wasn't very old when she died. I'm getting like in her 40s, 45, around about there. 45, 54? 45, she says. She's upset with me about her age. She says she looks younger than she is. She passed when she was quite younger. This woman's mother figure. She wanted you to do some studying and something like that. She says she wants to definitely give this message out, that she really, really loves you so much, and she wishes she could be there with you to tell you this herself, but she's unable to. You've been longing to hear from her, and she just says she's so proud of you, and that she says she wants you to continue doing whatever it is that you are doing. So, and keep on going, and that you are making the right decisions. It's been very difficult and hard. She's talking about siblings, bringing up some siblings and things like that, having to be like a figure in that regard. I'm not sure if you're talking to a man or a woman right now, male or female figure, but I'm talking to a woman figure by the woman name of Linda or something, or Lisa or something like that, or whoever it is that you are. I could be wrong with the name because I don't often get the names well. It could be melding, but she wants to give this message to someone who's been waiting to hear that kind of a message. That is for you, okay? And she said that she wasn't a very open person when she was in in life, but she's grown a lot as well, and she sees this blossoming you that you're trying to help her to do that, but she was quite stubborn and closed to that. She could have been a Taurus, that I'm getting energy coming through, that stubborn kind of energy from her, that she said that's what she was like, but she's giving an overwhelming sense of peace and happiness, and letting her know that she's in a good place. It seems she's saying that her passing wasn't very good. It was tragic, but she says that she's in a good space and you mustn't worry about the way that she passed, but also that she's in a good space. She's in a good space. You mustn't worry and fret about that and blaming yourself and putting yourself through that kind of worry and anguish of how she had passed. Okay, you might not have been there for that passing. Okay, what if it was tragic? Then I can imagine not. So yeah, that's that message. She's moving away now. Okay, so for whoever's also moving forward with this, if you're going to doing your esoteric, so what is also reading is asking you to do is, your old life is moving and changing, and a lot of this has been forced upon you in this way, that you've been forced to move into this direction. With your life changing, it's opening up your mind a lot to new experiences, especially the occult and the esoteric, and moving to a more spiritual awareness of yourself. You might have been to the occult science and that kind of thing, but when I say occult, I'm talking about, you could be doing energy work, you could be energy healing, you could be moving into some kind of practice of some kind like that, you could be moving into doing Reiki or something, you could be wanting to do channeling. I'm getting for some of you, I'm trying to do anyone who's moving into just learning about these things, and this is challenging your old belief system of religion and tradition and custom and everything else, the way that you did things before. So be patient with yourself and allow yourself to just open your mind. Be open-minded about it. You don't have to believe it or take it or trust it, just ask me to be open-minded and allow yourself to do that, because you are the one who's holding yourself back. That's what I'm getting. Don't be so stubborn. We've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Pentacles. Some wonderful opportunities coming up for you with this Page of Pentacles, with you starting something new, studying, or whether you're going to actually study and paying for studies, to have to do these different courses that you're doing in Reiki or whatever you're doing, you might have to pay for them, or you might be self-studying. These are going to open up some new doors and opportunities for you coming for you with the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Pentacles. Some of you might be going abroad or traveling or going away with this opportunity, taking you places where you'll be helping other people, so you'll be able to pay it forward, and so you'll be able to help others with this that you are learning. So this is a new thing. It's very new for you with this Page of Pentacles, very young, or beginnings of this study that you're doing. So that is what he's talking about, that it will be very fortuitous. It's actually quite interesting how you can see how this card is just growing. This wonderful new opportunity will be money for you in the long term, in the long run. You might meet someone that is, if you're single, you're meeting someone who's going to be in the same field for you, going through what you're studying, and that's how you will meet this person. You've also been longing and wanting to have somebody, which could lead to that marriage that you're looking for, or that higher commitment that you're looking for, with someone who will share your ideas, your values, your morals, and your values. Okay, but will also challenge you in terms of your thinking and what you believe. Because you're opening up more of your belief system, you are going to be meeting someone who's then going to be in line and attuned to you as well. With this also coming the opportunities as well for more money or moving in a different direction, for career-wise or anything else, but it'll be something that will be of purpose to you, be moving into your life purpose. You've been feeling a bit of stagnation in that regard, and this is where this has been moving you forward. What you thought was your life purpose is actually not, but it's actually moving you more into these kind of like esoterics or spiritual awareness or whatever that you can be doing. I see you also doing some workshops and things like that at a later stage that you're doing. This is also talking about the long term. So I'm seeing you moving in that direction. Also as soon as a month from now, even possibly a year, and with you doing some traveling abroad as well in that regard. But there's definitely some changes on the horizon with you shifting in this way. With those tens, it signifies a lot of change and movement for you too. There might be also an addition of a family coming in with this Page of Pentacles that I might be getting. I just got that as well for some of you with being married or whatever, or some of you, I'm getting that you're being forced to marry because you are, or feeling obliged to have to marry because you're pregnant. Again, that is like traditional things that are challenging you in terms of what you're doing, and you might not be happy about this relationship that you want to be moving into, and so that's for some of you who are making to make those kind of lifetime decisions, right? Some of you might be thinking about having an abortion or something like that, and so you are being challenged in terms of that belief system. Okay, so I'm getting some of you asking me, what should I do, yes or no? I cannot give you that answer. That is something for you to decide. This is where you've been challenged with your morals and your values as well. Let me tell you what I personally feel, and you can make a decision from there. I've had friends who've had abortions, right? I've totally 100% supported them in doing that. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I've supported them because I'd rather they be healthy and not be dangerously hurt themselves or anything else, and support them in their decision and what they decide to do for their bodies and themselves. Whatever reason they decide to do it, I've supported them. Even though I believe that life is sacred, but I also do believe that we have contracts and soul contracts on this planet, and we've incarnated here to do the soul contracts. So that baby is doing its soul contract with that individual, whatever that person has that soul contract with. It's part of their lesson that they are learning, as cruel as it may sound. People die in horrible ways, and that's part of their lesson. Or that's the way that they chose to leave this planet. So that's my view. So whatever you decide to do, and whoever else is listening to that thingy, it's about, again, like I said, your morals and your values and your belief system and what you believe to be true. I hold no judgment, whatever people decide to do. So that's me. It's up to you to decide what you want to do as well. Okay? With the Six of Pentacles, it's coming to a point where you've got some money, you're okay, you can give and everything else. Don't overgive. Don't overgive. I also tend to overgive. Don't overgive. Be careful of overgiving. Right? Also out of the Taurus energy as well. Taurus people tend to be very generous people. They love to be helpful, as well. People tend to take advantage. So be careful of people who want you to take advantage of you as well, but also of what you have. You're also in a frame of giving. I'm seeing that you're wanting to move into altruistic activities as well with the Six of Pentacles, that you want to be doing that kind of work, being of service to other people, wanting to giving of your time. You don't necessarily always have to give money. You can also give of your time and your energy. But you also be caring when people don't take advantage of that energy that you're giving as well. Save some for yourself too. You might be wanting to do a soup kitchen or helping with that, or some activities or something, or giving your time to a church, for example, whatever, So I'm seeing opportunities coming for you and really blossoming up for you. If you're not sure what to do, perhaps you could volunteer to some of these things that you are thinking about, that you are studying or learning about. And if you want to know more, go and say, hey, I want to volunteer, I want to know more about it. Go for a seminar, an introduction, and ask them what it's all about, and then see if that is for you, right? Before you jump into actually going to follow. But you will, with this process, learn about what your life purpose is. You're going through a transitional phase, and everyone's going through transitional phases. This reading I was told to label, where are you now, before I did these readings, and it seems to be definitely very, very true, right? Let's see what else there is. Disappointments, yeah, people have been came up upside down actually. Okay, so I'm stumped with this one. I always see this card is upside down, the sword, Three of Swords. It's saying it's not as bad as you think. Okay, that's what I'm getting, that situations might also just be self-projected as well, that you're being subjective in situations opposed to seeing the entirety of the whole situation as well. That maybe you need to see the entire things to be able to see it properly from a different perspective. With that Hanged Man is also starting to look at things like that. That what you could be doing is looking at things from a more traditional perspective. With that Hierophant, that you want things to go a particular way, because that's stubbornness. Be careful of that stubbornness. Wanting to see things in a particular way. It must be this way. But you're not allowing room for things to develop or to be what they really just truly are. You can't always push or force things into a direction of the way that we want it to unfold or want it to be. It's not good. Sometimes you just get a lot of backlog. You just get things pushing against you all the time. You don't fight against thunder, as they say. So it's also about you going to that self-reflection. I spoke about this. The cards are coming. It's amazing how I chose this stone, and it's apt for this reading. Apatite, helping you to work with itself, inner work, doing a lot of inner work, dark night of the soul work. A lot of you going through a dark night of the soul with this challenging your belief. Your belief system is being challenged greatly at the moment. And so you're finding hey, where, what now? Things aren't as bad as they seem, right? There's been people around you taking advantage of this, that, everything else. And so you are now thinking about making decisions that could affect your whole entire future. So think about that too, with that Three of Swords being upside down. Yes, there's been disappointments and has everything else. But with that upside down, it's saying it's not as bad as you think it is. It's just you're being subjective. And you're being like, hey, ooh, woe is me kind of thing. Get out of your head. It's also about thinking. Get out of your head. I should know I'm a Libran. Get out of your head. It's difficult, I know, but get out of it. So with the Hermit is it's just talking about, taking time out for you. Some of you are also longing for partnership, and that's what I'm seeing. It's like, oh, I want to be with some everything else. Just take time out for you. Learn to love you. Inner reflection work, balancing out the Kundalini energy. I'm seeing that some of you need to detox and need to just be doing some inner work, self-reflection, focusing on the self, focusing on who you are. Might go for a regression. I do that as well. Do regressions. You want to be doing regressions locally. I don't necessarily do them long distance, but getting someone locally to help you with past life, doing a regression possibly, you can see that, or future regressions, post-regression, right? You could do something like that. I would recommend maybe something past lives. You could go to future if you wanted to, it's up to you. But anyway, that could be very helpful. Regression therapy is beautiful. It's very, very helpful. You could do something like that. So yeah, I recommend that. So you'll be seeing a lot of these changes happening for you round about now towards the end of the year, also into the new year, round about until March, with that Pentacles card. I've been also said to do that. That's a time frame you're moving through. You'll be seeing a massive shift and change, and a culmination, or really a blossoming around about that time. But there's all this transitional phase with you, with this dark night of the soul kind of energy. It's someone who's not in a relationship, you sort of like might have come out of one, as well, constantly with this disappointment, that you'll find that it wasn't as bad as you thought it was initially, that you're going to move through it quite quickly, that you realize it was actually a blessing in disguise for you, with this self-reflection, going within, releasing that Kundalini energy, finding that you need to do it. It's also learning and, new knowledge. I spoke about expansion and knowledge with that appetite, but new knowledge coming in, expanding your horizon, your mind, taking those thoughts and ideas from that mental realm, or wherever they are, and transmuting and changing them into the physical realm, and then realizations, all those kind of things, epiphanies coming into your inner being, all that kind of thing you're going in, but you're really delving deeply within yourself, doing that shadow work with you, self-reflection, self-insights, feeling a bit of sorrow, and just feeling apathetic to oneself. Poor me, woe is me. Get out of it. Get out of it. Get out of the pity party. It's not going to help you do you any favors. You're feeling angry, feeling disappointed and hurt. I know. But you're stopping it from moving forward. It's upside down. Look how beautiful this reading is. It's all open. It's all upright. And the only thing that is, for me, remotely upside down is the Hanged Man. It's the only card that relates to that, and that's traditional. That is the upright position of the Hanged Man, and it's amazing how it correlates the upside down swords, Three of Swords. Look at things from a different perspective, from a different point of view. When you put your head between your legs, you see things differently, don't you? Literally, that's what it's telling you to look at things from a different angle. Stop being apathetic. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get out of that quagmire that you've created for yourself. It's not as bad as it seems. And you need to move forward. There's nothing moving on from this position. Hangman is telling you there's nothing moving on from here. It's it. Hangman, done. It's dead. Move on. I know it's difficult to hear, but sometimes we need to have that tough love. I've been called to be kind. I've been in this position. I've just come out of it, so I know what I'm talking about here. I know it's hard. It's not easy. Allow yourself to grieve. Allow yourself to grieve, but to move on. At the same time, don't wallow in it. It's stopping you from this beautiful things opening up for you. But take this time then to self-reflect and so forth, which you're doing, which is beautiful. But do that, okay, for yourself. Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Are they saying no? Hold on, let me see. Anything else? No, they're saying that's it. Okay, let me give you an angel card. Let's throw some energy from there. Right. I'm getting guided to give you also black tourmaline. I have a black tourmaline around my neck, which I really love to use, black tourmaline. It's a wonderful grounding stone. It's a powerful, powerful balancing, healing stone. I would recommend you get some. Get yourself a crystal bag of stones, 7 stones. Put your apatite in there. Put Chrosocolla in there. You could put some sodalite in there. You could put some lace agate in there. You could put some Jasper. I've got some beautiful henna, green jasper, which is very beautiful as well. Different stones. You don't have to go and buy any stones. Put the ones that you have, and those will be the ones that are guided for you to use. Put a little pouch and put them in your pocket and keep them with you all the time. Okay. Right. Let's give you a card or cards. Do you have a card or cards for these people? The collective, please. Do you have the 21? 3 cards. Okay, we'll give you 3. We'll give you 3. Crystal, Chantal, and Serena. Crystal, Chantal, and Serena. or Serena if you want to say that. So let's start with crystal. Have faith and hope because there is something. Oh, sorry, that's the weather. Have faith and hope. If that isn't like confirmation. Have hope, have faith and hope because there is something positive and new on the horizon that you can't yet see. What are we saying? We said it. Chantel, new romance is imminent, either with a newcomer or through reignited passion in your existing relationship. Be open to giving and receiving love. So like I said before, from some of you, that makes a lot of clearer sense for me with that actually. With that upside down swords and the hanged man, that's saying that, it's not as bad as you see it is. So some of you are in a relationship and you have to reinvent the relationship. I said some of you have to make some decisions about being pregnant or this or that or taking it to the next level, getting married or whatever. And, that things aren't as bad as you see as they seem. And with the hanged man saying it's changing, the relationship, if it's existing, becomes brand new. Or you're moving away from that and then deciding to go for something new. And there's new opportunities also with money and so forth as well. You might be deciding to move on completely. So, new romance is imminent, either with a newcomer or through reignited passion in your existing relationship. Be open to giving and receiving love. Serena, I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. Beautiful. With Pentacles, I mentioned Pentacles always about money, money, money. I told you money, 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 money. What's that song? Yep. So there we go, Wheel of Fortune, wonderful opportunities coming through with this wonderful new learning opportunities and stuff and so forth. Things are blossoming and opening up for you. Okay, that's all I have for you for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Right, this is your pack number 4. You chose the red wine Jasper, which is the stone over here. It's a beautiful stone, so I'm recommending the stone for this reading. For every reading, you'll find it'll become clearer as we do the reading. So before we do this, if you'd like to pause and put your energy into this when I do shuffle the cards and so on, please do that. Imbue your energy into the reading because remember, energy is not governed by time or the time continuum. Whenever you are going to be reading or watching this reading, you can at that point just charge the reading and it can become more personalized for you. You'll be surprised because each person gets their own point of view. It doesn't matter who watches this. You will hear what you are supposed to hear and see based on where you are at that moment in time, right? So this is a beautiful stone, red jasper. It's also the stone of letting go. It's a beautiful stone for the root and heart chakra, dispelling negative energies out of body. It's a very protective stone. It's a very beautiful protector stone, a nurturer. So it helps you to dispel all those negative energies as well. It allows you to remove blockages from the body or from the self, both spiritually and emotional blockages, help you to transmute them and move into your body to allow you to let go and to move forward, to nurture you beautifully and just passionately moving through that and allowing you to open up those beautiful root and heart chakras, things that are stopping you from moving forward, okay? It dispels the negative energies around you. Beautiful protection stone, I recommend it for you, allowing you to also come into your personal power, allowing you to also just to connect with your alter ego and to also just to work through that as well. Beautiful grounding stone, very strong grounding stone that I have with this beautiful stone for grounding. So if you need some grounding, you can use this or black tourmaline, which is what I use, some black tourmaline. I also have it around my neck, which is really great as well. And this is a beautiful stone because it also gives you a lot of confidence in yourself when you're working through those things within yourself, removing those blockages, nurturing yourself, healing those emotional and spiritual wounds that you might have, allowing you to move forward, just to blossom, and creating that protective energy around you and the grounding that you require to be here, to be present, to work through those energies as well. So definitely need that to strengthen to come more into your personal power and to strengthen that confidence and to build that confidence within yourself, at the same time dispelling and removing negativity and any evil things around you. Wonderful for doing that. So I recommend one of those. Very beautiful red jasper, red wine jasper. You get a red jasper which is very similar in color to a bit like bloodstone or like carnelian in a way, but that was a bit redder. This is more like a red wine color. You also get a henna, which is the green one, and you can see they're quite similar, right? And they're really beautiful. Also its own properties, that one too, but they're beautiful to work with as well. Okay, right, let's see. If you're Scorpio or Virgo, you can work with this as well. If it's your stone, you can definitely also work with that. I'm getting you to get that. So just take a moment to put your energy into the reading. I hope you did. Right, let's see what fell out. Ooh, the Tower and the Queen of Swords. You're going through a moment. It doesn't have to be radical change in terms of that, but a lot of you have gone through some. I'm getting a lot of you have already gone through this already, and you're busy now working through the aftermath of this Tower card that has come through. You're finding that you've had also in relationships, someone's on their own, you don't want anymore, you're just feeling a little bit jaded at the moment and saying, hey, got a lot of things I need to work through. Very interesting, because now you find that you're picking up yourself up. You're picking yourself up off of the floor, okay? And this red one Jasper, so if you can get one of those or something similar who does the kind of work, you're finding that you're in that position right now, you're finding that you need to just pick yourself up, because you've been through a difficult situation. You have to remove the hurt and the pain and stuff, and it's blocking you from moving forward. The Queen of Swords for me can be a very ice cold individual, often just like, nope, not interested anymore, I'm tired, I've had enough, I've got time for anybody's nonsense. And you find that you just could be lashing out at people too. So do that, and just be aware of that as well. So you might be finding that also maybe it's not as bad for some of you going through this, saying, hey, it's not as bad as I thought, I'm okay. Initially, some of you got worried about this moment happening and you're putting it off for as long as possible. And now that it's transpiring or has happened already, you're finding that some of it's still happening. You realize that it's actually not as bad as you thought it was going to be. Right? So you're breaking up relationships, or you're finding that you're moving and all these things are happening at the same time, possibly. You're finding that that's what you need to be doing. Okay? So it also just saying for some of you wanting to be in a relationship, take the time for yourself. Don't go and jump from one relationship to the next. You know, just take the time out and just don't overanalyze things too much. So sleepless nights and just worries and everything else. You find that maybe you've been cold towards someone and they're having sleepless nights and worrying about you, and you just like cut things off. You have things like that. I might find that this is really you, but if this is you as well, you are worrying, you're not showing people how hurt you are. Share. Sharing is caring, and people want to help you. Don't be that ice cold queen that says, hey, no, I'm good, I'm fine. It can be male or female. Right? That energy is over there. Someone who's just not interested anymore and are trying to hide the emotions and feelings. Allow people in. Allow them to be in and come into your space, and allow them to help you. It can be quite difficult doing it on your own. And it can be quite difficult, but, you know, some people got insomnia, not sleeping, you're sitting up worrying at night, it's bothering you, things are playing in your mind over and over and over again, what you could have done differently, how you would have done it, how you could have done it, I shouldn't have said this, I shouldn't have said that. It is what it is. It's what it's supposed to be. Right? I'm getting to give this to you as well, because I got this in one of the other readings, and it says things happen for you, they don't happen to you. Okay? Things happen for you, they don't happen to you. It's not like, oh, it's happened to me. No, it's there to help you. You're going to learn a lesson from that. It's difficult, it's a harsh lesson, but that's oftentimes when we have these difficult experiences, that is when we have the biggest growth, the biggest amount of growth. You know that I've always wanted to have a channel like this, and I just could never see myself doing it. I was just afraid. I was always just afraid of success, fearful of failure, and of success at the same time, worried that I wouldn't be able to do it. But here I am, doing this. You know, this is the kind of thing that you have to think about as well. Don't worry that things are happening. It's opening up new doors and things. You know, when the Tower card comes, it often is a time where things have been moving along and you just wanting not accept the inevitable. And here it is. And now you're sort of stressing. Don't put yourself down. And this red one Jasper was talking about that. Was talking about finding that confidence again. Your confidence was knocked, your self-esteem was knocked down, you sort of lost the sense of your personal power, feeling like maybe not physically okay or nice or everything else, and you've got to reinvent and rebuilding yourself again. Remember, the foundation is still there and you can. So you came from a very controlling situation. I'm seeing this is a relationship reading coming through here with this, particularly for this reading. So someone's been in a relationship and everything has been with someone who's been very controlling. Maybe you are being a very controlling individual. The roles could be reversed here, right? So someone got hurt, so someone is doing the hurting. And so you've been with someone who's very controlling, and the other person's like, nope, not interested. Could be you, either or. Could be a bit of both. And so this is particularly an individual who's very controlling and wants to be controlled all the time. And they might not even know that they're doing it, but they are also a vulnerable individual who's quite fearful and scared, and they have to be in control of everything all the time, and so they hurt the people around them. I've got nothing else over that card. Could be dealing with an Aries as well. Aries people can be lovely because they're very bossy, very controlling. And I love them dearly. It's my opposite because I'm Libra. So Aries, I love you, but you can be nasty sometimes. And someone who's also unfeeling or just doesn't care about anybody else's emotions. I think that two people here were not considering each other's emotions and feelings and were just like thinking about themselves. And now this has gone into a head, it's just and it's all exploded. You know? There is some great forward movement. It's also a bit of arguing and fighting still going on about things. I'm getting for something about children. Could be just about the breakup of this marriage or relationship, or could be divorce or something like that. Could be a bit ugly. But again, it's happening for you, not to you. So it's also things are coming very quickly. Also some news that could be coming at a very fast, fantastic rate towards you. Things would happen very quickly and very fast. And just be careful of how you sort of what you say and how you do it. You know, also some people speak off the cuff and very quick to blame another person. So I could be specifically looking at a Libra and Virgo, Libra and Aries relationship here specifically. You could have them in your chart. Or I'm looking at people who are doing twin flame or soulmate relationship. I'm getting this very strongly that it's just boom. And you two are not able to make it work. It's okay. You don't have to be together in this lifetime or whatever you decided to do. It can be just that you can honor each other's paths and you tried. Hey, we tried. Some of you are going to needing to be breaking this. I must give you this. Some of you are needing to cut the cords and cut the ties. You've got the golden cords, you can call it the golden scissors, cutting with golden scissors. So we've got a golden cords coming from each chakra, right, between you and the person. So what you can do is you go into meditation, you can just sit, any kind of form of meditation, you just, you know, being in a space is meditation. You don't have to do the formal meditation. So you can sit there, just close your eyes and ask your higher self to speak to the higher self, or just speak to them. Visualize you doing that, you're speaking to them over here. You and they, them, is going to come here and you are talking to this person. Tell them everything you want to tell them. Hopefully not horrible things mostly, but connect with them and say to them, I forgive you, please forgive me, I forgive you. We tried, we really, really tried. And we both tried this lifetime. We tried to do our best. And you say whatever you want to say to this person and say, I release you now, I forgive you, and I let you go. I release you, I forgive you, and I let you go. And with that, you cut each and every cord with the golden scissors of each chakra, and you cut it, okay? And you release them with love, and let it go. You might find in the next while that the person might still wanting to contact you and everything else, but just keep on doing it a couple of times, so that energetically they get the idea. So when you're breaking off the relationship with this person on a physical level, you're doing it energetically as well, because there's always residual energy that hangs around afterwards, and so you have to cut that and break it off with that person. You might have to do it a couple of times to do that, but do it a few times until you have to. You can also just use this one as delete, uncreate and destroy across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Delete, uncreate and destroy across all time, dimension, space, and reality. Bring in the light, bring in the energy. In that moment, when you're feeling that thing at that moment, do it right in that moment. You could be walking, could be doing something, cooking, whatever, bathing, you know, even while you're driving, just connect up to the light, to the energy, you'll feel it washing over you, and say, I delete, I uncreate, and destroy across all time, dimension, space, and reality. You can say, I release you, I forgive you, I let you go. I forgive you, I release you, and I let you go. In that moment, and just, if you might, can even just visualize in your mind cutting those cords too, if you need to do that. Okay, so with this all happening, things open up for you in a tremendous way. You know, you've gone full circle, you've come full circle, you've gone through that. I think there's a lot of karmic debts and things that have been paid for some of you as well, specifically. This is a karmic relationship or soulmate thingy, whatever. For some of you, it might be able to of a new beginning, possibly, but for others of you, you're going to be moving away and creating a brand new you and deciding to just do all those things that you wanted to do. Take that trip or move somewhere else, or, you know, whatever. The world is your oyster, literally. We're doing some traveling, moving forward, maybe learning something new, whatever, but it's going to take you places. And this is what is required of you, because that was not serving you, that relationship, and moving you forward. Okay? So that's what you need to do. Ooh, Page of... I don't read upside down cards, and I'm getting upside down cards today. Anyway, I'm going to read them. Page of Wands is upside down. So, okay, so there's stagnation there. You wanted to move forward, you wanted to be starting something new. Some of you are going to do some travel. Things seem to be a bit hampered at the moment as well. So with all this happening, of course that would be, but There is movement coming in. Hang on. Don't give up. For the Page of Wands, there's also quick energy moving forward. We're getting some news and messages of travel, people coming. But that's a bit of unexpected news that you're getting, which is we weren't really welcome with this whole idea, but there's also could be also some news related to young family members or things like that. Also, there's kids involved in the situation, I'm getting. So this child is not happy with this, or children are not happy with, one particular child is not happy with this breakup, this relationship, and it's going to have to be a choice between where the child is going to stay or is going to stay with. So that's something coming through with that as well. But also it's going to require this child moving away. One of these kids are wanting to move away and going to study abroad or something or somewhere, and one of you is not happy with that. Okay. A lot of fighting going on. Whoever's here, this is a mess. You know what? It will be fine. Just go through it, what you need to do. But there's light at the end of the tunnel here. Okay? Sort all the stuff out, go through the motions, take it step by step. And you'll find that this is also called champ fights, this card, because it says, how do you see this card? How are you seeing this card? Are they fighting or are they trying to rebuild something? This is also saying that you are able to rebuild this relationship. This is required for this to either start anew, afresh, and dispel everything, and you can go in from there. Some space might be needed for you to reevaluate things again. With this child, is also saying, I don't want this. Child's going to find it very difficult with this divorce or whatever, the separation, and having to choose a parent. I'm getting a male child specifically, but it could be either way, right? The child's choosing one of choosing the father figure specifically as well. I'm also getting for some of you that there was an accident or something and the father and the child had passed. I'm getting a father figure coming through right now. The father figure's come through. There's been an accident or something like that, and there's a father figure coming through. He's saying sorry for everything that has happened. This is greatly this position that he's put you into, whoever the partner is. You've been getting a strong male figure, an older male figure coming through as well. Dan, Harry, could be both. Anyway, I'm not sure. Dan, Harry, Dan. Same could be Harry, called him Dan, or his name is Dan, could be called Harry, chose a second name. He says his golf clubs are in the passage or something like that, or in the little, do you have a pantry of some kind? It's there, he says it could be out the door. Very strange message, but anyway, he's saying sorry about that. He just drinks some honey. And he's saying sorry for things that have transpired, that you're angry at him for passing. That's very specific for somebody. That's coming through. Okay. So if it's you or the person with the golf clubs behind the door, that's you, Dan, or Harry, or both. Anyway, that's coming through. So there's been a lot of that anger. This child is missing this parent, or as well. It's very difficult. And what a reading. Anyway, it's all over the place. Anyway, so how are you seeing this over here? It depends on how you want to see the situation. Are you seeing it as fighting or are you seeing it as rebuilding? So you could either go, for some of you, this is a relationship that is, you could rebuild on the relationship, and so you needed to dispel this for everything to become into fruition again, or to start anew. Some of you are very, very angry, a lot of anger and resentment. It's interesting because this is talking about removing blockages, this card. So this stone, red wine jasper. So it's also to do with the heart chakra, emotions, the letting go and things like that. A lot of letting go needs to be done. Cutting people off energetically, whether they're alive or dead. Write them a letter or something, or talk to them. You can talk to their higher self. They'll still be there. Or talk to them if they're around in your home as well. The person is around you. This Dan or Harry. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. There'll be someone coming into your space after all this has transpired. There'll be someone new coming to your space when this traveling, this everything happens, everything in the clouds have been dispelled. There'll be an opportunity coming in for someone who's going to woo you as well. It's going to happen quite soon. This person will be actually quite supportive through this time and be a friendly figure as well, and there to help you. But also there'll be something coming within next year sometime, right? It's going to be around about next year, February, March. That will be looking at this coming to fruition with this individual when you'll be moving through all of this stuff, being sort of dispelled a little bit. This person might be also a bit younger than you as well, and they might not be as young as they seem. They might be a little more mature as well. Okay, got nothing to do with the situation. Whatever. It's interesting how the page one's come upside down for that as well. Anything else? There's another person coming. For some of you, could be both. There's two options. There'll also be a King of Cups, a very nice person. Could be a Cancerian that you're dealing with. There's also Aries energy. This person is quite a loving, emotional individual. Blue eyes, blonde hair, that kind of thing. Could be quite a fair person as well for some of you. Others, if it's not a fair person, doesn't matter because we're not all the same color. But it could be someone who could have light eyes or a fair skin for their skin tone. If you get my reading. So if they're a darker person coming from a darker race, they might be fair for their race or have lighter eyes. Maybe they have dark brown eyes, they might have hazel eyes or lighter eyes or green eyes, for example, or yellowy brown eyes, like that kind of thing. Or the person might have green eyes, but they don't traditionally have those green eyes in their skin color. It might be something different. They could even be a darker person with blue eyes. Or this person could have light hair or blondish hair and have a darker skin. So this is this person that I'm getting with that. Or this person is quite tanned as well, and they have a nice golden tan, being a very fair person as well, or could be just a fair person with golden tan, almost ready like a peach in a way. I'm getting that like a peach, that color, you know. Very nice person, older person as well, maybe also a younger person coming in. Could be just one person giving that beautiful energy, but very sincere, everything after this difficult situation. Be careful that you don't paint the person with the same brush and color them with the same thing that you've experienced with the person before. But this is a new situation, so allow yourself the time to go through that situation and experience that before you move into something new, because this person is coming in. So do the work and be ready for them when they come in for you as well. I'm getting that's it. That's what I'm supposed to give you. Right, let's give you an angel card. Please blow into that. Thank you. What do we have for this collective, please? What do we have for this collective? Ooh, Oceana. I'm giving you one. Right. Oceana. Depends American, British, English. Take action. You're in touch with your truth in this situation, and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. Very nice. There we go. That's very apt for this. Take action. You're in touch with your truth in the situation, and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. It's very interesting that comes through because this Queen of Swords has got her hand open. You know, it's a double-edged sword, very strong, but also hands exhibited saying she's speaking her truth with conviction as well. So that's very interesting that came through with that. So be that queen that does that. Stand up to that person who's trying to be controlling towards you. And you can say things in a loving manner. You know, every day you can say, today I choose, please guide me to live this day with love, right? To challenge this day. What is the word I'm thinking of? Yeah, but you can say that, okay? You can ask your guides, your angel, everything else. You can just pray for the day and blessing for your day and say, may I confront this day with love and treat everybody with love, and everything that I do today may be done with love. So that's what you can also do for yourself as well, and just do some healing work. Get yourself a red wine Jasper to help you with that. Also another one is also beautiful, Apatite, which is a beautiful stone, very powerful. You just have a little pouch, put in 7 stones in there, different ones that you guide to 7 usually. You can put a bit more, doesn't matter. But 7 is a good number, and it's a powerful number. And you put it in your pocket, you can keep it with you, around your neck, wherever. There you go. Right, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope it was a good reading for you. I hope it was helpful. I'll see you next time.